a chill day in the studio today, guys. I mean, I feel very relaxed. Look at me. I'm not stressing because life is not hard. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're working 9 to 5, whatever the case may be, sometimes you have to, relax and be taken care of. And that's why I'm here today to come and talk with people that want to take care of me. They want to come and spoil me, They're making badass money. And I said, you know what? I'm going to bring you people here. Come and tell me, how are you doing it? Because I don't really understand. This country is hard, but these people are making so much money in it. Anyways, I've decided to attach to them, and that's why they are here today. Come and share some of their tricks with me. Okay, guys. Anyways, guys, welcome to another episode on the Entrepreneur's Guide to Retirement podcast, and I am your delectable host, Halima. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about work-life balance, navigating work-life balance as a young entrepreneur. How do you guys do it? How do you balance your life? Me as a person, I don't think I'm balancing anything. But yeah, we want to hear from other people what they think about it. And I mean, for people who run multiple businesses or run, a business where they have other people that work with them, and what about, you want to know, okay, how are you managing the entire thing, right? And I mean, it's just crazy. We're young people, we're in our 20s or early 30s, and there's just so much pressure to deliver at a certain level. Even if there's no pressure from other people, you yourself, you have pressure yourself, right? So let's just talk about, let's dissect everything, let's break it down. What is this really, this life that we're living, right? And if you have not plugged into this podcast yet, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing with your time. Please click on that subscribe button. Yes, click on that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you know when we drop a new video. Like this video and drop loads and loads of comments in the comment section below. This podcast is brought to you by Oak Pensions. And with me, I have two power minds. Guys, I brought you the Gen Z style, but people that they are doing great. All right, let's get into it. I have with me Tosin Olomu. He is a podcaster himself. I mean, podcast. Right? Yes, come on.
The vibe.
Bounce off each other. Yes, he's a podcaster, he's an entrepreneur, and he's also a web designer. It's so lovely to have you here, Tosin. By the way, let me just put it there. That I know Tosin off here, right? I think we met twice now.
Yeah.
I have some videos of you that's still on my phone since last year. Since last year, Tosin was downstairs and I said, just make videos of me as I spin.
Documentation is very important.
And I'm not sure he took those videos. I'm just like, okay, this nigga that told me to make all these videos now, what should I do with them?
You still have the videos. Have you collected the videos?
We'll figure out if I still have those videos.
We'll find them.
But yeah, it's so lovely to have you here, Tosin.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and we also have Darlene. The pretty Darlene. I love your hair.
Thank you.
It's so beautiful. Guys, this is our real hair.
Per.
I love your hair as well,
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
I get it. I'm just saying, I love your
I
hair.
like compliments, so please tell me.
But I already told you one earlier.
Don't worry, I don't have shoulda pad.
I love your hair. So, Darlene is the CEO for Femme Avenue. Is that correct? Yeah. And just quick one, right? Your business is a 50% profit. It runs on a 50% profit. How does that work for you? Are you really making money?
So the way Nigeria is, if we're not making that much money, we could do better. I want people should patronize me. I beg.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's profitable.
So what I mean by that is when you say 50% profit. Now I know that you're giving back to girls and women who cannot afford pads, and that's amazing work. To be honest, a lot of women cannot afford as basic as pad, because pad is 1,500, 1,000 naira now.
Tampon is 10K now.
You heard it. Because you want to do period that you didn't ask for. You're gonna pay 10,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Why? Life is not supposed to be that hard. So yeah, I mean that's amazing work that you're doing. So I'm just asking, since you're giving back so much, how do you manage? How are you at peace with that?
I am at peace with it because I am bettering other people's lives. So that makes me sleep better at night. even when I struggle to pay salaries at times, in my mind, you are doing a good thing. So there's a reward out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I walk into the streets and somebody's like, "Are you the period girl?" And I'm like,
Oh,
"Yeah, excuse me." Yeah,
That's a good one.
so I like it. It's hard. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody
Yeah.
can take part of their money and give it out.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing to do.
It is a
give
really
back to
good
our
cause.
communities,
Yeah. I mean, kudos to you, to be
50%
honest.
is also ha.
Say what?
Asking me now, I'm thinking about it. Yo.
When I then hear it, I say, if you say 20, I hear 50.
Okay.
It's plenty.
My
Oh,
reward is in
the bad God will be, will be sorting it out. Anyways, let's delve right into it. So my first question is like, how does the pressure to succeed early affect the life of young people in general, like young entrepreneurs?
It does in a lot of ways. So just being an entrepreneur alone it's completely different. So if you're starting off, you're small. So you're doubling as an accountant,
Yeah,
as social media manager.
definitely.
You are HR. You are everything. So before you are able to start employing other people to do these other roles, you're doing everything by yourself.
Yeah.
So you now have stress, anxiety, and you will burn out fast.
Yeah.
So it has a way where it completely throws you off. And if you're not positioned in a way where you know how to balance yourself, you will get burnt out and your body will crash. And
True.
you just keep going. And a lot of people will tell me, you're an entrepreneur, you control your own time. It's not really like that. It's a yes and no thing. You have a control of your schedule, yes, but you work 24 hours.
Definitely. Yes.
When I had a 9 to 5, what
Yeah,
I
living
do
life.
by 5 to 9, it's not your business. I will go outside and I will chill, but with my own company, you are thinking about that proposal that I didn't complete,
Yeah.
this one that I didn't do. I didn't check up on my social media person work. You are working 24 hours. So there's extra pressure, there's stress, and then there's anxiety to succeed. You
Yeah.
are under that, especially now that we're in Lagos, where Lagos is fast paced.
Yeah,
You are
very.
seeing people on the newspaper, somebody just got $1 million for their business. This one is doing that. So you're under that pressure. I need to do better. You want to achieve. You want to do that. So it changes you.
You did that for like, I've seen life.
It changes you for the better, to be honest. It changes you for the better. So that's why you need to find the middle ground. You need
Yeah.
to set boundaries. You need to balance out. You need to tell yourself, if I'm working today from 9 to 8, after that I'm not doing anything work, and you need to stick to it. Because if you continue, I worked for 48 hours last 2 days. I ran on 2 hours of sleep and my body crashed. Because your body will tell you it's time to rest. And if you don't rest, it will make you rest.
Yeah.
So it changes your whole life. Yeah.
Do you want to contribute to what she just said?
Yeah, I mean,
Because I think you'd be like,
It's
make I hold down.
honestly, so what she just said, my brain is tickling me and saying, Kibi, I told you. So, in the last 2 weeks, man, I feel like I literally for the first time in a long time, intentionally decided to rest. You see what I rested. Oh no, I've been resting, but I know that the next 4 months of 2024, I rest might not come. Because the workload ahead of me is voluminous, but it's work that I am anticipating with a lot of excitement and joy and the vigor that I need to put to do it. But entrepreneurship is one of the most crazy things anybody would ever, and journey rather, right? The most crazy journey anybody would ever embark on. Because I remember Steve Jobs saying that they called us crazy, right? But then we're crazy enough to pull it off, right? So entrepreneurship would test you.
Yeah, it will.
If there's any test you need to see,
Just go and start it.
See, just start something.
It's sweet from the outside.
You will hate yourself. You will love yourself. You will love yourself and hate yourself again.
Yeah.
But I think for me, entrepreneurship is that one necessity of life that it's not usually preached, but trust me, it's something that everybody should just, if you dabble into it one time, you would find yourself beyond any other test in life. You would see yourself, you will know yourself, and then if you don't want to see that part of you, if you want to run, you will run, but you will know yourself.
Yeah, you know, this is what I can do.
Yes.
I cannot do this thing.
If you cannot do it,
Take me out.
Entrepreneurship will let you know you can't do
it builds you. It builds character.
Yeah, but I also feel like to a reasonable extent, as much as we say, oh, 9 to 5 is like there's time for yourself. It depends on the 9 to 5 you are doing.
Actually, there's some 9 to 5 you are working with the CEO. You have carried the business already. If you are
you are the business.
You are the business.
There's some 9 to 5
You are the business.
If they don't see you,
work will not move forward.
So I think it has to do with the personalities of every human as well. So, a person, he's working 9 to 5, but then they walk into this ecosystem of a corporate space and then they just own it. And when they do, even the CEO is leaving work for them.
Yeah.
The
But
only
also
thing
like
CEO does is just show up.
Yeah, I also like agency life, right? Because I work in an agency.
Oh yeah.
And agency is very fast paced. Like a client needs something now, you have to get, like, clients would not tell you, oh, you have 1 week. Clients need it now. They needed it yesterday, but they just remembered now.
Today.
And now they want it instantly.
Yeah.
And you are working on that project. And then another client needs something. And they also want it now. Yeah. So everybody's on your neck 24/7. So beginning of this year, let me give a story. Beginning of this year, I started a new role, and it was quite challenging for me because, like, obviously I had not done it before, right? And it was just a lot. I was just like, is this my life? I was working every single day, Monday to Sunday, back Monday to Sunday, and like I didn't have a life outside work. Work-life balance. Where? What is that?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Is that a word? Does it exist? Work-life balance? No, it does not exist. Like, I was working every single day. Even when I'm not working, right? If I decide to rest, I'll be dreaming about work.
Oh, yeah,
I start thinking, wait, have I finished this document? Hey, this deck, I'm supposed to send it out tomorrow morning. And it's like back to back to back like that. So I think the whole work-life balance thing, it really depends on the industry you're working in as well. If you're working in a bank where you're not a top executive or something, right? And your work is limited to the office space. It's not something you can take out of the office space. Then great, like you just do your bit and then when you're done, you just go home. But if it's something where they feel like it's bad that, you know how bad it is. You can be at home and and you're like, oh, I'm just going to rest. And they will call you and be like, oh, jump on this thing, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, so today is Saturday. You're like, oh, what are you now doing? Like, today's Saturday. You're supposed to be resting. So just doing the work then. Yeah. So, like, it gets that bad sometimes. So, yeah, I see how, because I'm also an entrepreneur myself, so I see how, like, entrepreneurship will stretch you and it would, like, demand so much from you. However, I think it can also be the same for 9 to 5ers.
It can be the same for 9 to 5ers, but there are more set boundaries, defined boundaries.
Yeah.
So you have policies, you have rules.
You can even negate and say, I'm not working.
Yeah. So with that, you can easily snap out of it if you feel like you're being stressed.
Yeah.
But with your own company as an entrepreneur, in your mind, if I don't do this now, how am I going to pay salary tomorrow? How am I going to do what I have to do? So with 9 to 5, you can snap out of it. I had a 9 to 5 for a couple of years, and I used to work over the weekends. If my workload was a lot and it overflew, I would do that. But there are times that I'll get calls like, you need to, no, excuse me, are you going to pay me for the extra hour? So you can pull those things with a 9 to 5.
True.
But I can't do that. Am I going to ask myself to pay myself extra?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like the money never even reach. What do you been paying? Which work can you do that? You cannot do it now. Yeah. And I think it's also like the struggle to want to scale. You want to scale the business to the point where you feel like it can stand on its own or whatever. So like as a small business owner, young entrepreneur, you're like, Why are you resting? What are you using your 20s to do?
Actually.
Wow!
You want to achieve. You want to achieve.
Yeah.
And then you go to tech cabal and be like, how far this guy just
They've
wants
not said anything about
my
me.
own like I'm supposed to be where he is. So it's a lot. But
Yeah. So I just want to ask, do you think the concept of work-life balance is different for women and men when it comes to like young entrepreneurs?
Oh no. Entrepreneurship does not have. There's no gender in entrepreneurship. I'm sorry, but I don't think so. It's meted out equally to everybody.
Yeah.
Literally.
you think so?
I mean, I don't see a difference in. I mean, because it's probably dependent on your life as a person. So I'm not gonna say because you're
More
a man,
than it is on your business.
So I mean, I'm not gonna say because you're a man, this is the balance that you enjoy than if you were a woman. Nah, I feel like because you're an entrepreneur, so you entered entrepreneurship now. It's not, it's not something that it wasn't. When there was no gun point on your head and that said, "Oh, you have to come in, or you're going to."
Okay, yeah.
I feel like it's similarly equal, and it's something that I think everybody would eventually
face
collect.
the same thing.
You understand? So, work-life balance is just the way that you have structured your own life and how things are moving and flowing around you. So, I wouldn't say that for a man it's different, for women it's different. I can't say so. I wouldn't say so.
Okay. She has. See,
I have like
Daddy has very different views. I can tell.
like
I would like to hear it though.
it varies. I would say it varies because first of all, for the part of the world that we're in, we have societal differences. You have societal expectations.
Yes.
So
I agree.
as a woman, I'm expected to do certain things.
Yeah.
At a certain age. I will just put it out there. I'm a pretty 30-year-old. I just turned 30. And my family are expecting me to get married, start having children. You know, I'm expected to be the caregiver.
Yeah.
But I am out here trying to build a social enterprise. I'm trying to go to all the communities and pat the girls, as many girls as I can do. I'm trying to build an app. I'm trying to do this. And it's different because now I have this part of my life that I'm expected to have. And then this other part that I'm trying to build because I am who I am and I want to run this business. So I have society expectations and have my own expectations. So it varies. So now if I decide I'm getting married tomorrow, I'm going to now be answering to somebody else. I'm now somebody's wife. I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to be running my business. So I will still work the 48 hours I used to work on a stretch. I will still have to feed someone. And if I have a child, that's another thing.
That's another ball
I'm
game.
going to be caring for that child.
Yeah.
You have to go to school. I have to feed you.
Yeah.
I have to take care of. So it varies. So it's like, for you guys, it will be like you people are providers. You are seen as the provider.
Yeah.
So if you are working your business, everybody's gonna see it. And he's trying to provide for his family.
like can't you see that
like
he's
that
working?
is your responsibility.
It's not like he's playing now. He's
Exactly.
working. But if you are working, why are you working too much?
So
it's your responsibility.
So I actually do get that. So I think the reason I'm able to come from this perspective is most likely because of the kind of background I have, right? So I mean, the kind of mom I have, you know, has always put equal foods to provide.
But
So I see it from the view where.
But she still takes care of the
that's what I want to say. Like,
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Do you know see where the struggle is for her?
So look, so you probably say, I mean, I really get what you're saying, but you know, from a closer point of view where I'm close to my mom and then I see how she does things. It's not this is struggle. It is this is my life.
Yeah.
They will find joy.
But that's
in
the
doing
thing.
it
Like,
because
it's like you're planning your life based on like other people's needs.
Exactly. So
So-
my mother was also an entrepreneur. So
Okay.
and I saw it. She loved doing what she was doing, and she loved taking care of her family. But it's extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more work.
You're just you bring.
You
the
just
money
go,
now,
come,
like
relax.
the food.
If you come back from work, you don't miss
Honestly.
Don't be a entrepreneur woman. Don't cook the food down.
Exactly. I will go outside and be running for projects. I'll come back. My husband doesn't have food. I will enter the kitchen and cook.
But again, I think that's really where I'm headed because maybe that used to be the thing, right? But
I think it still is the thing.
I don't see it as a thing because I mean, there's already the understanding that the
Everybody
woman
can
is,
share work. Yeah.
Yes. So
I
it's
think
not a thing of, oh, okay, it's just me. Oh, what I do is just take and then do whatever you want with it. Now it's, oh, okay, what do you have? Here's what I have. Then let's do something together. That's what I say.
I agree with you because like we're in an age where it's quite progressive and we're heading towards better.
So I think that's what I'm like. That's the
no, I agree with you because I feel like, I mean, if I decide to get married one day, like I'm not.
Not the way you say it.
What do you mean by one day?
I don't. Not even the first thing you said. If I decide to keep on, why would you even say?
Okay, sorry now. Oh yeah, when that decision happens, right? It's going to be a case of like, if I'm stressed, brother, I'm sure you know, you know how that works, right? So I hear you, but we're still, as much as that is getting embraced, it's still not the popular opinion, right? And there's still a lot of people that would fully put that burden on the woman, right? Oh, you have to, aside from even being married, I'm not married. I live with my parents. When I come back from work, I still have to cook.
Absolutely.
I still have to tend to other things. Before I leave the house in the morning, I have to do chores, right?
Exactly.
And like this is taken out of my time as well. As much as sometimes I just want to get home and relax and not do anything. Like I've had such a stressful day.
Opportunity is not.
Yeah, even sometimes, right? Like from work, you'll be like, oh, I want to go have drinks with my friends. But I remember that,
You have that thing that
you also can't. Do you understand? So like, but for the men, it's not really expected of them. Right? Like you can go out and chill sometimes. You don't remember that you have people in your house that you're supposed to cater to. And it just spans through like even different aspects of your life, right? So I think it differs. It's not the same. It's not the same for people. A lot of people
on a 60-40 level.
I don't know, I agree. 60-40 is you are doing too much. 60-40 care.
It's very
It's a lie. Anyways, here to my last question so that we can just, wrap this up. Do you think it's a myth, work-life balance? Do you think it's a myth for younger entrepreneurs, right? Like, especially in Nigeria, we're in a system where nothing is working.
We had a long conversation.
So do you think work-life balance, because again, for instance, let me use like startups, right? As a startup, you want to make sure that you're staying above water level every other time, right? You want to make sure that money is coming in, but profit is important, right? So these people, they don't rest. Say you're building an app, you're working with your developers 24/7, you are on their neck, you're going to their house, you're buying their food. Oh yeah, we must finish this app today. This website is by force. So do you think for people like that, right, that they want to build something, they're young, they're entrepreneurs, they want to build something for them, do you think work-life balance is a myth for them? Or do you think it's still achievable?
I think it is achievable. Work-life balance is not, it's not necessarily a myth. It's not a myth. But it's just that there are probably misconceptions around it.
Okay.
Right. So work-life balance explains itself, right? It is your work separate, your life separate. But I mean, there cannot be like a vast distinction and a separation, right? Because again, somehow, some way, especially as entrepreneurs, it is intertwined. Your life is in your work is in your life.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a lot of fog. You cannot even see the difference at all.
Yeah.
Or it's not even clear, right? And the blurriness is there. But at the same time, you want to take a while to zone out. Like I said for the first time in a long time this year, I took rest. I took a 3 day.
But do you think that one is work-life balance?
No way.
He didn't balance.
Because I'm looking at him outside of the glasses.
I was not going to say that was balance, but I took that rest just so I could, use the better eyes view to see every other thing that is happening, and then pick out some things that probably is not working well, and then work on them when I'm back into the full work mode. Do you get so?
Let me cut you there. That way, do you know you are still working?
And that's what I said earlier that your work is your
you
life.
You did not balance.
But at the same time, because again, as entrepreneurship is, the balance will even if you are the chairman of group of company, you are still working.
So it's a myth.
it's not really a myth, like I said. The misconception here is that, the misconception here is that it is distinctive. Like I said, it's not extremely distinctive. You cannot really separate the work and life totally. But
True.
you can always have that moment of pause, that moment of hold. It can always happen periodically. Maybe not. It can be, even if it's once, see that once, and you have balanced it that once. Continue after. But it is when you're thinking of, because if you want to have such life of work-life balance, then you just go into the corporate world, working 9 to 5. Don't be under somebody. You're not running the thing. You only know that when it's 5 p.m., when it's 5 p.m., they have the line that they call you. You be off the phone. They can't call you again. When you in entrepreneurship, if you're working with clients, clients can have it till 2 a.m. They call you, don't pick.
Yeah.
They're coming to your office by 7 a.m. Or they
will carry police.
Look, it's the honest truth about entrepreneurship, right? So I wouldn't say it's a myth, like I said. It's just a misconception of how people view it, the concept of work-life balance. It's not really a myth. It is achievable, it is possible, but it might take a while even.
So it's more like work 70.
You can't even give an actual number.
Okay.
You see, it's just how you flow.
You just put it in your head. That means I'm having work-life balance. In all of it.
Honestly.
It's balanced.
The book I'm currently reading, the guy's startup, right? They are almost running into bankruptcy, but then he was able to find a way to, they're staying afloat a bit, right? And then he takes a 2-day vacation. On the 2 days, on the day he's arriving, they are calling him from office. The guy says, I know I'm not supposed to call you on your vacation, but
that's the end. There's no need for furthermore. That but explains it all.
So that's a typical example of the seeming work-life balance that exists in entrepreneurship.
Yeah. You want to add to that?
It's not a myth. It's just a bit harder to achieve. It's not a myth. So in a fast-paced society like Lagos, it's just harder to achieve a balance in between work life, but you have to consciously make that effort to balance your life. So what I do is I give myself time. You can have a lot of projects and you need to do things, you need to deliver. There's nothing wrong in you going back to back working, and you just need to know when to pull yourself, when to disconnect. So now I had to get another SIM so that everybody's not just calling that line. So you know that by the time it's 8, so I extended the time. The office works from 9 to 6. Okay, I'll answer you. I extended my own time to 8. So clients, you can text me up to 8 o'clock. Once it past 8, I'm not doing anything work, no matter what I have to do. So it's a conscious effort.
If it's $1 billion
no matter what I have to do, I'm
Darlene,
not going to do it.
If it's $1 billion work.
If I have put in the extra hours, and I know that I need the rest, I'm going to rest.
Billion will still come.
Because my body will crash.
Yeah.
And when it crashes, I have no control over when it will crash. But I have control over when I rest. So I can rest when I've delegated work. So to get that balance, you need to know how to actively delegate.
Yeah.
You have staff for a reason. As an entrepreneur, you get attached to this professional mindset. So I'm used to doing things by myself. So I do it a certain way. So when you now bring other people on board and you see them doing things like this, sometimes I'll be like, give it to me, I'll do it by myself.
Yeah, we hit you up.
So you have that. So you need to delegate work. Once you delegate things and don't micromanage, once you are able to maintain those things, you will take a break and realize that things will actually be running while you are resting. Instead of waiting for your body to make you rest.
Oh, that one is.
Speak on it, girl.
Oh, no. Okay. I see what you're doing. No problem.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we have come to the end of this session. This has been really interesting for me because I don't have work-life balance. I can't relate to this type we're talking about. I'm a 9 to 5er, an entrepreneur. So
from now on, we try to find.
I try. To be honest, I try, guys. Do you not try to? Do you have the balance? Don't lie. You don't have any balance.
Make that
Tell me in the
effort.
comment section if you have balance in your life. But yeah, guys, we have come to the end of this episode. Did you enjoy it? Tell me if you have work-life balance. Tell me how you try to achieve work-life balance. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a 9 to 5, any facet of life, really. Just let us know in the comment section what you think about work-life balance and how you try to achieve it. Somebody might just learn from you. Someone might pick up, a tip from you in the comment section. So yeah, this has been a really, really nice session for me. Thank you guys for coming on the episode. You guys are so lovely.
Thank you very much. You look really pretty yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, guys, do not forget to like this video. And for those that are watching on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're watching it from, please make sure that you're also, favoriting it and also dropping comments on YouTube. And yeah, join the conversation. Let us keep the conversation going. This podcast is brought to you by Oak Pensions. Do not forget, you can go and download the Oak Pensions app on Play Store, App Store. Sign up. Start doing pension. If you don't have work-life balance, at least you will save for the future.
Exactly.
Choose one. Don't be doing all of
When
it
you
together.
retire, you need that.
Exactly. So that
money still
when your
coming
body decides to make you rest, you can fall back on something. Yes, I'm giving you nuggets.
Okay.
Guys, yeah, I do have some stuff. Oh yeah, guys, this has been a lovely session. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to see you guys in my next episode. I'll remain your host, Talima. And please tell them to subscribe.
Oh yes, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I mean, we want to see more pretty faces like this.
Subscribe, please.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye, guys.